on the street chasing wrong from right. Eyes like fire burning through the haze. Truth is a weapon, cuts through the maze. Some call her trouble, some call her brave. Digging up secrets they tried to save. A real deal around town. She's breaking it down, spinning the wheel, exposing the sound. They despise her, they praise her, but she won't slow down. Real deal around town. The truth's her crime. Shadows, they curse her name. Afraid of the spotlight she brings to the game. But the grateful ones, they cheer in the dark for the spark she ignites in their weary hearts. Some call her danger, some call her hope. She's the thin line on the tightrope. The sound. They despise her, they praise her, but she won't slow down. Real deal around town. The truth's her crown, yeah. The sound. They despise her, they praise her, but she won't slow down. Real deal around town. The truth's her crown, yeah. The truth's her crown, yeah.
Okay, hi everybody. We are back with another video. We've got another public body meeting this evening, and they're going to be starting in about 15, 17 minutes, something like that. And that's going to be the Board of Water Commissioners for Townsend. And I don't know what they're talking about tonight. Actually, I do. They've got a few residents who have some concerns. And let's see, Veronica Kell's going to be there regarding the Conservation Restriction Committee. Yeah, I don't know what she's got to say to them about that. So, I mean, it's probably the same thing. It's probably not a big deal. One thing on the agenda for these guys is, or for Todd and Jerry, is, that sounds funny. It's Todd and Jerry, not Tom and Jerry, just in case. Don't get that confused. There's one thing on there about fire hydrants. I don't know what the issue is about the fire hydrants. I don't know. We'll find out, but they're going to talk about it. And so when I started this meeting about 20 of course, with the intro and everything, it leaves us about 15 minutes. So anyway, I wanted to just give an update on the many things happening in the town of Townsend over the last couple of weeks, right up until this morning. I was kind of startled. Well, I wasn't really startled. I'm not surprised by the news I heard this morning, but I'm going to hold that to last. So to bring you up to date on, of course, you know, the water department has been on, well, in the news, on the news, everything and on everyone's minds for around a year, coming up on a year. And with the Ethics Commission. And they've got or they've had 2 cases. The Ethics Commission has had 2 cases against town officials. One against David Vijant, the water superintendent, and the second, Gary Shepard, the fire chief and owner of Shepco. On the first one, on David Vijant, they did make a determination in their summary, is a summary judgment or summary judgment. Is that it? Yeah. Summary decision. It's because it's not in a court, it's in a board, so it's civil and it's something different. So I think it's a summary decision. All these legal terms. We're all going to be qualified attorneys before all these legal problems that Townsend has get settled, don't you think? But anyway, they made a determination and David did not win. He lost, and he has been fined $10,000. I did do a video on that. I did a live video. No, I didn't. Yes, I did a live video. I did several videos over the last couple of weeks, but I read through the decision. So if you haven't heard that, go back into my videos. It was one of my more recent ones, but you'll find it and just listen to that. You can fast forward it. Go set the speed up a little faster if you want to, and you'll hear why that they made their decision. They gave a very explanatory reason why they decided to fine him only. He got a discount. They gave him a discount. Could have been more, but they fined him 10 grand. And just to let everyone know, that is on him personally. The town cannot pay for that fine. The water takers can't be forced to pay for that. It is all David Vijant's personal funds. He needs to write a check or get the money somehow, but he can't get it from us. All right. The second, watching the time here, the second Ethics Commission complaint is against Gary Shepard, involving that building behind me, the water treatment facility. All of this is the water treatment facility, and it's all related. Gary Shepard, the Ethics Commission had his pre-hearing conference the other day, Friday, and I broadcast that live. And I know everybody I know that was watching it live with me was startled by the revelations made at that meeting. And primarily that being about the concern by Gary's attorney. I just want to look at, they've opened all right, David and Jerry are there. They're waiting for 7:00. Okay. But the revelation by Gary's own attorney that the concerns he has, that if almost no matter what happens, Gary could be facing a federal indictment for felonies regarding the charges that have been brought up against him. The federal government has not brought any charges against him as of yet, but there is a history in Massachusetts in particular, but probably elsewhere, that when the state, the civil actions of an ethics commission file charges against an official, it's a civil matter, but you're not protected from being prosecuted criminally. And there's history, recent history, of the U.S. attorney turning around and calling a grand jury and seeking an indictment against the official who violated the law regarding the conflict of interest. And his own attorney stated these are felonies. So Gary could be facing, if he tries to settle, or if they come to an agreement on the punishment for his deeds regarding the allegations, or if he goes to the full hearing and is found guilty, he could then still face indictment by the federal government. The U.S. attorney can file charges against him, and he would be facing felony charges, which could often end in a jail sentence and fines far exceeding what David Vijant paid, millions. In fact, in the ethics complaint, they were seeking $5 million in restitution. So, well, that money is not going to be received by the state, but the feds could ask for it. So I'm not saying that he's been indicted or he's being arrested, none of that. But this is what is going on. And I think everybody who was watching that Zoom or was watching my channel during that meeting is startled by, oops, I wasn't really thinking of that. And I certainly didn't expect that conversation, but the ethics commission, nobody was startled. The conversation that was quite everybody knew that, or, and it's a concern for the defendant. It's a concern for Gary, but not anybody else, because it matters not to the ethics commission what happens to you after, and it's not their job to protect somebody. Oh, we're going to drop everything because Gary Shepard might face a felony indictment from the federal government. Oh no, it's not going to have one squat of a difference. And that's going to make no difference in how the state deals with Gary. He's not going to get sympathy points, not one. And it's the same attorney, Candice Pruitt. She doesn't play games. She does her job. And she goes after officials who break the conflict of interest law with everything she has. And she's good at it. So stay tuned. His actual hearing has been moved forward to June. I looked at the calendar this morning and it's still scheduled for the end of May. Those dates are gone. That was decided at the pre-hearing conference on Friday, but they just have to decide on the dates. And once they know, they'll post it on the Ethics Commission website, and I will be watching that periodically. There's no hurry to watch it because it's going to be during the first 2 weeks of June. We already know that. In other news, what time is it? Geez, I got all kinds of time left over. In other news in Townsend, you remember Chaz Sexton-Duranian. He was our prior member of the Board of Selectmen. It was a board of, I think it was, I don't know, Selectmen, Select Board, who cares? It's still there. He resigned in shame after I exposed him as a sexual predator and reporting that he lost his job, his paid job, and he lost his license to practice as a licensed alcohol and drug counselor because of his sexual problems with his place of employment. And if you go back a couple years, you'll find that video too. Yeah. And he's also, which I have no new news about, he's also facing a civil lawsuit in state court. No, I'm sorry, that's federal court. The feds are in Townsend in federal court because of his actions against patients or clients that were in a program are suing. There's three of them, I think three, who former residents who are suing both him and his employer, Catholic Charities, for the treatment that they received as a result of his bad actions. So he's dealing with that. I've got nothing new, but I will keep everybody posted as I find out. But the news about Chaz is there's a for sale sign in front of his house. Chaz and Ken are moving. I don't know where they're moving. I know nothing. All I know is somebody texted me this morning and said, there's a sign in front of Chaz's house. Okay. I was like, whoa, all right, cool. And then I later on that was this morning, I went on Zillow to see if it was listed, and you have to actually look up his address, which is 8 South Street. You look up the address, because when I looked this morning, it didn't just pop up as something newly listed. I was like, I guess it takes a few hours for it to process. But then when I looked up his address, it came up as, it was listed for $749,900 if you're interested. It looks like a kind of nice house. It's right over the bridge in the harbor. First house, if you're going off 119, first house on the left after you go across the bridge. It's right there, surrounded by wetlands. So if you like wetlands, there you go. And you're backed up between Deluxe. You got the Lux in your backyard and the Squanicook River in front of you. You got a view of the waterfall. It's probably cold as hell down there with it being, yeah, that's the coldest place in Massachusetts sometimes. But anyway, his house is on the market. I thought it was going to be because some of the activities that I would notice. I mean, I don't go stalking him. I'm not like, you can see his house from 119. So if I would go down South Street, I noticed a while back there was one of those pod things, those white trailers a pod that people get when they're moving. They're trying to save a little money, and they load up a pod, and pod moves part of their stuff for them. I noticed that was out there, and I said, I mean, some people don't move; they get it because they're working on a project. If I were going to do a major renovation inside my house, I might get one to just put my stuff in it while the renovation is happening, rather than moving everything to a storage unit somewhere else. I could just move it right next to my house. But so I wasn't sure what they were doing, and I asked somebody, and they didn't think that they were moving. So I said, okay, whatever. And then now it's confirmed the house is on the market, so they're evacuating for whatever reason. I can't imagine why they would want to leave Townsend now. No clue. So I don't know what's going on in that neck of the woods or in their personal lives, but that's all I have about that. So I'm gonna try. Depends. I mean, it's spring and I've got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm gonna try. I got to look at my schedule just to make sure. Oh, I gotta check. I was April 15th. Yeah, I gotta look at. I was considering doing. I've got a meeting I have to do. Let me see if there's a conflict. I was gonna do. There's another ethics commission hearing that I think is interesting on the 15th, but I think I have a conflict. I have to check the time. Let me see. I know I should have been ready for this. Yep, I have a conflict and I will not be able to do it. Oh, darn. Yep. Oh, well. So much for that. I will not be doing. If you're interested in watching ethics commission hearings, they're having a pre-hearing conference for a guy by the name of David Bartley. He's on the city council, or he was. He's a former member of the city council in the city of Holyoke. And his day job he's an attorney in his day job. And he had not, one of the things that he's being charged with is not taking the training. So if you're a town official and you haven't taken the training, the Ethics Commission can charge you with that. Not within 30 days of being appointed to any position, you're supposed to take mandatory ethics training. He did not for like 4 years. That's one charge. The other charges include multiple counts of him representing clients who had business with the city of Holyoke and appearing before boards and taking action in which he was a city councilor. And it's, what are you doing? But that's like playing both sides of the game. It's like, you can't be like, let's imagine you're an attorney and you're going to be both the prosecutor and the defendant's attorney. You can't do that. And that's it's not exactly the same thing, but it's close. All right, they're getting ready to start, so I'm going to bring them up. How about that? Oh, gosh, of course I always forget to get rid of things to add them in. Let's see. Share screen. BOWC. Okay, that's what they call it. Let's see. I'm going to bring them up so that you can see what I see. And of course, I got to add this stage. Wait. Oh, there it is. I'm okay. I don't know who that is. Oh, that's probably one of the people. Oh, that looks like it. Is that Brenda? I don't know. They're not, the volume's off, so I don't know what they're saying. But they're getting ready to start any moment. It looks like Todd is not there. I don't know who all these people are. Oh, that's Brenda. Looks like Todd has not arrived. I gotta go off camera for a second. All right. Todd does not have appear to have arrived. He is not logged into Zoom either. Sure, everybody's wondering where he went. Brenda's bouncing around. I don't know. There are some residents on the agenda, so I think that the woman at the table might be one of them. But a little bit back about what I was talking about before, that I was thinking about doing that hearing or pre-hearing conference for him, for David Bartley, because I think it would be a very interesting case. And if they have further hearings, I'll try to get them in. But I do have a conflict, a meeting I have to attend that's more important to me than that. So, and they're at the exact same time. So I will not be doing that. But if you're interested, if you go on the state ethics,
This meeting is being recorded.
the state ethics commission website, it's being recorded, but there's nothing happening. You can join via Zoom to the meeting. That's all I can say about it, but it seems like it'll be very interesting. I'm sure they will settle. I was saying that about David, that he would have been smart to settle, and I think the town would be smart to settle the lawsuit. I have no information about the upcoming or the lawsuit as it is with RFS, who is suing us because of the ethics complaints regarding the contract given to Shepco, in which both David Vajant and Gary Shepard are screwed. And that now the town is, that lawsuit is still hanging in there. It hasn't been canceled, but it's not uncommon for civil lawsuits to kind of sit there in limbo for months at a time while everybody does discovery and if there's going to be depositions or what have you. There could be depositions going on and nobody's talking. They're not supposed to talk. At one point, somebody did tell me that depositions were starting, but I'm like, you shouldn't be telling me that. And I think that it's possible that they were wrong.
Brenda, are we on the right link?
Yes, Lori, we're there. We're just waiting for Todd.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I just sent him a text saying if he's running a little late or what, but I'm waiting.
Okay.
Dave's giving a tour.
No big deal. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
But we're volunteers, so.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Okay, so we're just in limbo waiting for Todd. Hopefully he didn't forget that there's a meeting, or I wonder if something's going on. He's a water superintendent in Billerica, if you didn't know that. Yes. Todd Melanson he's currently the chair of the Board of Water Commissioners. We'll see what happens after the election. And we have, it's also the water superintendent in Billerica. Let me see if I can. He could have a water emergency. Not that the internet would tell me. Emergency. That's not what I wanted. they do have issues. Wow. Interesting. They have a serious water shortage. That is not like an urgent matter, right? I mean, it's an urgent matter, but it's not listed as an emergency. That was an AI response. Let's see.
The family one, is he really young? Yeah.
Emergency
They're
water
both
main break.
friends.
I don't know if Selena was gonna come as well, and I don't know if she was coming in
6 days.
remotely. She did when we met with the planning board, or if she's coming in person. Yes, you're a good talk. And you were too.
We can go over things, but we can't vote on anything.
No, there's no need to vote for ours. We have well, if Selena gets on, we'll have a quorum, and then we could call our meeting to order.
Right.
And just do the present. We have, or if Todd's
Yeah,
on.
I don't know where he went. So we're waiting for the other.
We're waiting for one more person. We're waiting for this gentleman here. He should be here shortly.
So you've got one of those owl things?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, it's in the.
We don't have a.
It's in the, right, it's in there. And that one, there's 4 cameras
Yeah.
when you do a big meeting
Uh-huh.
and it'll split in.
Who is the host? Who's monitoring? I'm just wondering if Selena tried to get in.
TCAM.
Oh, TCAM's monitoring. Okay.
Hi, Ronnie. Nobody that's not in front of you right now has tried to get in.
Okay, thanks, Dave. I didn't know if Selena was coming in person or if she was gonna be remote.
I don't know, but if she comes in remotely, I'll let her in as soon as I see her.
Okay, thank you.
Okey doke.
It's warm today. I love it. Got really warm. Me too.
The inside of my house,
I had to put the AC on it.
I went outside to work.
Yes.
I guess,
Soon for the AC, isn't it?
I transferred.
well, it got up to 80 in here.
Did it?
Yeah, there's just sun hitting the building.
What?
The sun hitting the
Oh,
building.
yeah.
And I get one, I really wear a coat. I'm running around outside all the
I smell
time.
like dog.
My mother's Abenaki,
Oh, okay.
so I'm the only blonde one out of 17 kids.
Oh my God.
You were one of 17?
I'm one of 17. Yeah.
My mother was one of 13.
Wow.
9 girls and 7 boys. And I was an only child with a brother.
I can't imagine
Cooking a
you
meal.
can't even think you.
We ate in
It's
shifts,
shifts. Yeah, it's just.
but you don't be late, otherwise there's no food, because someone else would eat it. So if you're supposed to be in the house at 5 o'clock, if you weren't in the house at 5 o'clock, you were cut off. You got whatever was left, which was probably not too much. I weighed 100 pounds when I was 18 years old. 100 pounds?
Yeah. I joined the army and 8 weeks later, I was up in the 160s.
Wow.
Dave,
You would have thought you would have lost more weight because they really run you.
Oh, no, I put on muscle. And I was always fast. I run a sub 5 minute mile, but when I was 18, but I got even faster because I built muscle. It's nothing. No food, no nothing. But it's one of my phobias. I don't care about throwing up food, like my refrigerator is always full.
we have a combination meeting on Thursday. Coma meeting or just a regular meeting?
On Thursday?
Yeah.
This week?
Yeah. No?
You better tell me I didn't, select board, you mean?
Well, you know,
I don't know. I
I don't know
didn't
either.
think we were meeting again until the 21st.
21st, okay, that's probably what it is.
But it could have
Oh.
changed and I would not know necessarily.
The 21st, is that with the CPA?
I don't know. I don't do the CPA.
I gotta check with somebody because I.
I'm on my way out. I'm laying
I know.
down, so.
Yeah, 2 weeks, right?
Yes, exactly. So I don't remember.
Oh,
So
wait a minute, that's wrong.
we'll find out which one of them wins.
Yes, we'll find out.
The kid or the,
I have a meeting on the 23rd, right?
it'd be interesting, right?
23rd.
The 23rd, I think that is the day that Kieran is going to answer questions.
Okay.
I think that's what that is.
So the 21st, we have a town hall meeting, the ethics, is that what it is?
I'm not going to that, so I've done so many of those. trips.
Well, you know, I am too, with that. I'm kind of questioning whether to go or not, but I signed up to them, so.
Yeah, if you're signed up, you can, anybody can go, but
Right.
I'm not.
I don't blame you.
Why?
And that ethics training means absolutely nothing. You know why?
Yes.
And so the last letter they gave me, that even though I didn't do anything wrong with the process,
Are we on
that
TV?
I should have known better anyways.
Oh,
That was the answer.
I see.
So they just made it up.
So what are we gonna do here?
So,
7:07.
So do
You
that,
want us to open our joint meeting? Because
Yes,
it's
do it.
posted for 7,
right.
and we have 3 of us on.
And
And we are, I just want to say, we are the Conservation Restriction Committee, not the Conservation Committee.
Say it again.
Conservation Restriction Committee,
Okay,
which is in other states called a conservation easement.
okay.
I can't believe that David still thinks it was a witch hunt.
Anyway, so I'm going to call
Wrong.
the meeting of the Conservation
Dying.
Restriction Committee to order. This is joint with the
And
Board
then
of
brought
Water
it up in this
Commissioners,
meeting.
however.
You're not in a meeting, so it doesn't matter.
The Board of Water
But you know
Commissioners
I'm recording.
doesn't have a
I'm just.
quorum, so we are going to call our meeting together anyway, so we can present. So could I have a roll call, please, starting with remote?
Selena Thomas present.
Fine, present, and Veronica Cal present, and we are calling to order at, does anybody have?
7:12.
7:12.
Selena, are you taking the minutes for this?
Yes.
Great, okay, thank you. Thanks, Selena.
Yep.
All right, so I guess, I really don't have any changes to the agenda. And, we're just here to, bring forward the conservation restriction that we've been working on, for the property on at Squanicook Meadows. So, and Dave, I know you're familiar with it, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I had sent in, to Brenda, I had sent the
map.
and the conservation restriction that's under review right now.
I don't know why they're
with
talking about
NISA, which is
no
the
quorum for the water
Massachusetts
commissioners, so they
Endangered
can't
Species Act
make
folks.
any decision, and Todd's
So,
going to just explain to him all over again.
Is everybody familiar with what
Cancel
it
the
is?
whole meeting.
It's right here.
I don't get it.
It looks like that.
Where might you have put it? Oh, I got it. Okay.
Oh my God, so beautifully in color. That's very nice.
Yeah.
When a conservation restriction is a tool that's in place in most states.
Right.
And it's to add a layer of protection to a property.
Right.
And it can be held by a municipality, it can be held by a nonprofit, it can be held by a conservation commission. So in our case, we have been working with North County Land Trust, so they will be the conservation restriction holder. In some places, it's called a conservation easement. It's just in Massachusetts, it's a conservation restriction.
It doesn't change the ownership though. The town will always own that.
Right.
And you're probably not aware that the water department has a well on that property. And morning wells to monitor the water. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
Property.
yeah, there are. So the property is deed to the town. It's the open space for the Horseshoe Drive Open Space Preservation Development. And it was deeded to the town in approximately 2004. In the property, once it was deeded to the town, it was learned that it is priority habitat. There's an endangered species present on the property. So, actually several.
I felt with that, for when we put the well in Main Street, we had to put up the barriers and everything, and the same thing here. To build this, we had to do the same thing.
Right.
So we're well versed in,
Yeah.
in the habitat.
So when this property was deeded to the town, it was deeded for the intent of a well site, which is on the map that you guys got a copy of.
Yes.
The well site is marked. It is still, so it was for the well site and then recreation.
Right.
So in working with, so let me back up just one step. It was deeded to the town in 2005. I'm not sure, Celine, you might know better as to whether it was the town that approached the soccer association or the soccer association that approached the town. I honestly don't know how that came about.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I do have a document that it has the history of TESA that I can look in.
Well, in any event, this is the 2005 annual town report cover. And in that meeting, there was a warrant article to allow TESA to have a greater than 3-year lease on the property.
I remember this.
This is 2005.
Right.
That this
Right when they, right after they got it.
Yes, and so TESA was granted a 10-year lease by the select board to use the property for soccer fields. That 10-year lease had the option for a 5-year extension, which they did take advantage of. So that made the lease up in 2021. And I was a select board member in 2021 when TESA came asking for a new lease. And we extended the lease for about a year to learn about the lease, to hear about what they wanted to do with the property, and to work with Natural Heritage Endangered Species Program, because they wanted to expand the fields to change the piece that they are using for soccer. So there was a group of us that worked together to write that lease along with TESA and the Conservation Commission and NHESP consultation, because their concern is the species that's on the property. So that's why the Endangered Species Program is involved. So the select board granted a 3-year with 2 3-year extensions possible.
Okay.
And that was signed in 2022. The second part in October of 25, the first 3 years was 2022. Second 3 years started in 2025. And the third is an option from 2029, 2028, I guess, to 31. So there is a lease on it. As you know, they went to town meeting wanting a longer lease, and that was approved by the town. So the lease is with the select board because the select board is the owner of the property. The conservation restriction is written with an allowable use being the well site.
Right,
And
which is also in the deed.
And yes, it's in the deed, and it calls out the, what is it, 14554, is that the, what's the zoning bylaw for water?
So it's broken up into, the lot's broken up into pieces. Where the pavement ends for the parking lot
I know.
is the lot line. And the water department controls 400-foot radius around the well.
So if you look at the map that you have, from Mason Road, starting over here, and this is the map for the improved area. It's the footprint pretty much of the existing area as far as the soccer fields. But they do, anything that's red striped will be in the conservation restriction. The area of recreation area, we call it, I think, the recreation complex, that piece will be excluded from the conservation restriction.
Right.
So it will be governed by the lease that's written between whoever the holder is and the town.
There's
That's the
I just noticed something that I just want to bring it
Sure.
attention for the soccer field. This little road, right here, if you can not dash that.
Yes, we are actually, North County Land Trust asked us to remove every single one of those
Okay.
fingers.
Which is good because
We don't have an updated map yet.
later on, they may want to put a building there on it.
On the road itself,
No,
on the
no.
fingers?
No, in their complex. And that's one of the places where they would put a 1 or 2 inch water line.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these are going to be, all of the fingers are hopefully
That's
will be removed.
right.
They all got the top one, except for that one. This one there, up
Yeah.
here. That would still be in.
So
There's a vernal pool in here somewhere.
Right. Which it works out good because there's already a water line partway down this one for the well.
Yes, this one,
And
yeah,
so we're just gonna disturb things once, one straight shot in.
right.
So, because the deed says we have to go out to Mason Road. But that
Okay.
never go through your, but we can,
That would be, it would cause conservation issues, not conservation risk, but
Correct.
conservation.
by putting it this way, it works out better for us.
Better, yeah. Better
For
for
everybody,
everybody, yeah.
because we can do that.
So anyway, and North County also suggested, they wanted this kind of squared off here.
One squared off.
Yeah, it's kind of squared off here so that it's, so that they're not doing tiny little ins and outs.
Right,
You're taking this part out?
Yes, that triangle, yeah, kind of goes up to there. So just, it makes it easier.
It does.
When you monitor, when you're a conservation restriction holder, your job is to make sure that what is in here is what is honored on the property.
Right.
That's the intent. And so, and you are to monitor annually and write a report for the property owner.
Right.
So that the property owner knows the conditions and knows that the intent is as it is. Brenda has her hand up.
I'm sorry, yes, Todd just called. He's on his way. He's gonna log in. He had to go to see how it works, so he's gonna be logging in any minute, just so you can know. Okay.
that works out.
Alright. Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to think of what I'm not saying, Selena. You can watch, we presented this on last week, Monday, to the planning board. So that's on
No, it's
YouTube.
not as
if you want to watch
Coming.
And if somebody
I
doesn't
can say this all over.
realize, the water restrictions
I
are
don't know why
much
they bother.
more
I don't know
restrictive
what
than
are they thinking?
what they would
But
put in
whatever.
from your restrictions. The 400-foot zone is much stricter on what can be done.
within it. Yeah.
For every property we have, I love it to just grow naturally.
I'm kind of curious, what are the two endangered
Some of this
species?
is actually in a meeting.
The blanding turtle
They don't have a.
is
they haven't
is one of them.
Only the
And
conservation restriction committee.
there's another turtle, and I think there's a salamander, isn't there?
Thomas.
Wood turtle.
The wood turtle.
conversation
right.
I've
The
seen.
wood turtle's one of them. I thought there was a
Well,
salamander.
Maybe, I don't
in
know,
the
maybe in a
vernal
week. Who knows?
I haven't certified that vernal pool, so I
Right.
haven't.
So there's the two turtles.
Yep.
And
It
then,
might be a spotted salamander.
right, I think that was,
I'm not.
right, but there was something in the vernal pool that was different than the turtles.
Just out of curiosity, do they get big?
No, there's,
So,
no, there, you're talking about,
Well, it's not little.
Yeah.
like the adults, the landings, and yeah, they're about that big.
Okay.
6 to 8 inches.
Curious.
Emily's the permit holder with NHEST. So she and there's a whole group of volunteers that go out. Starting soon, I think it's getting.
Yeah,
season.
actually, painted turtles are not endangered, but since we're out there,
Right,
when we see them nesting, we protect their nests.
right.
And painted turtles do something very strange. They hatch out of their eggs, but they don't come up out of the ground in the fall. They stay in their nests and they almost freeze solid over the winter.
Really?
And so this year we let the nest protectors on
Right.
them and they started popping up. So,
Oh.
but it's still really cold in the river.
Yeah.
So right now I have 27 little
Oh
teeny
my goodness.
baby painted turtles at home.
There's a bunch back here too. A
Thank
bunch of
you.
nests.
On this property, you mean?
Yes, that's why I don't allow, there used to be a bike trail and I closed it off
Mhm.
because they were going through the turtle nest. So, and you probably see the shells on the top of the ground.
Yeah, when you do, it means that somebody dug up the
Oh.
eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we didn't protect the nest,
Right.
probably 99% of the nests would get dug up the night that the eggs were laid. Usually it's skunks, but
Oh.
skunks will do that. And
Raccoons will too.
raccoons, yep.
Yeah. They all stink, right?
But they all stink.
I'm sorry.
My major in college is environmental.
But Selena, do you have anything you want to add to this?
No, I think you covered everything again very well.
The importance of having the conservation restriction is that not only does it help protect the wells, but it helps protect the endangered species and natural heritage will be comfortable with the expansion that PISA wants to do.
We all can live together.
Yeah, which is wonderful.
So, any other questions? We just think that all the boards that have any, well, all the boards should know what we've been working on. The process is, at this point, I didn't talk about the different types of models, so I don't know how important that is. But anyway, right now, the conservation restriction, that's this, the words, is being reviewed by MISA, the Massachusetts Endangered Species folks. And then, and it'll go back and forth, which is why track changes is on there for all conservation restrictions until it's settled. It's a back and forth between different agencies. It will come back to us. We will ask town council to review it for the town. And then it will go, once that review is done, it will go to the EOEEA, the Office of Environmental and Anyway.
The Office of Environmental Affairs.
Yeah, energy
Oh,
and
okay.
environmental affairs. So, and they will review it as well, and it'll be back and forth. And then it goes for local signatures, and the local signatures will be the select board and North County Land Use as the holder. And that's where we are.
My whole house is a turtle house. I have sterilite. Plastic tanks. which have a UV light and a heat lamp and a little turtle dock so they can come out of the water and sun. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Thank you.
How many do you have?
Of the baby painted turtles, 22 right now. Although I know some more were found today, and tomorrow it's going to be really hot, so I bet a whole bunch more will pop up. And then I have 7 others that I've been taking care of over the winter. So now they're big. Some are one, I guess our biggest one is about that big already. And so in May, I'll bring them down to the river, put them at the edge and let them go right in.
Usually you let them out
They-
right on the property, correct?
Yeah, then they have a greater chance of surviving.
On the same property?
Yes.
Oh,
The stream that runs behind is on the map. Not really, but it's back in here. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
well, if you look
it's
at.
really the headwaters of the Squanic.
oh, it is.
Right, yes, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's the Mason River, Walker, the Lock Brook,
Brook, yeah.
and,
Swamp.
Ash Swamp, and those two come together and they start the Squanicook there. So.
Well, it's interesting. I really didn't know.
yeah, I studied the hydrology of the whole thing.
Good.
So, are there any other?
I'm sorry,
Question.
Scott's trying to get back in, but he said they won't let him. He's in there now. Can someone let him in? Dave?
I don't
Can you
know
let
if
him
they
in, Dave?
can.
No, Dave Farnelli,
I'm in.
He's
Can you
in.
hear me?
Okay. All
He's
right.
in. You didn't give me a chance to answer, Brenda.
That's okay. I'm sorry. He said
No
he tried to get in
problem.
earlier, but couldn't get in, so.
So I'll apologize to everybody right now. I did get home in enough time, but I did have to go back to work for the emergency, so I apologize.
No, just any other questions before we adjourn? You have any questions, Dave?
no,
No? All right.
No, and I'm okay
all
with
good
it.
for us.
Todd?
And I'm okay with it too.
Okay, good. Good. Oh, thank you very much for having us, and
I move that we adjourn.
anybody know what time it is?
7:32.
7:32. Is there a second?
Lena Thomas,
Second.
second.
Nope.
All right, and roll call votes for adjournment, starting with Selena.
Lena Thomas, yes.
Okay. Emily Fine, yes.
And Veronica Kell, yes. And Todd, you're on the committee. Do you want to vote too, even though you weren't here when we opened?
Todd Melanson, aye.
To adjourn. They're gonna adjourn.
Right, and Veronica Kell, aye. All right, so we are adjourned. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. Nice
Yeah,
meeting you.
thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Brenda's hand is still up. I think it's
Brenda's
a minute.
Oh, Brenda's and
Brenda, put your hand up.
you have to call a meeting soon.
If I may, I just want to thank everybody very much for your time and efforts.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the tour.
You're welcome. I had to rush a little bit.
We didn't call the meeting to order yet, so
All right, so let me grab the, where am I would like to call the Townsend Board of Water Commissioners meeting of Monday, April 13th to order at 7:34 p.m. This meeting is being held in hybrid mode, and it is being recorded by TCAM and will be later uploaded to the YouTube channel. There are no chairman's additions or deletions. do you have, do I have a motion to approve the minutes from last month's meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from last month's meeting, from February's meeting.
Second, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Todd Melanson, aye.
Durham is yes.
All right, and,
I only have one
So-
thing for correspondence.
yep,
It's very simple. There was a guy, a 90-year-old on a tricycle, on a motorized tricycle, and he ran off the road and down a slope. And 4 of our guys were right there, and they went down the slope, picked him up, brought him up the hill, and with his bike and his hearing aids and everything else, which all came out, and they got him back home safely.
all right. Well, thank Dave, thank the guys for us, please. They're a good bunch of group, they're a good group. All right, that's it for correspondence. We have, do we have any public comments with anyone here? I don't see anybody else here, do we?
We have Linda, Linda is here.
Yeah, but she's an appointment, so that's different. So, all right.
Lori's here, and I
again-
just want to thank you for all your hard work.
Thanks. I'm sorry. I just, sorry I wasn't here for the opening. But life happens. Okay. We would go to 2.1, Linda Cudson, 356 Main. How'd you say it?
Newton.
Newton. I apologize.
That's okay. It's like you don't say cut knife. Nobody says
I
it.
know how I feel when people mispronounce my last name, and it's not that hard. So, 356 Main Street, high water bill due to a leak. So I'll let Linda tell us where the leak was and everything else like that, and then I'll let
Do you want
Dave
me
speak.
to, you want me to do it?
Huh?
You want me to do it for you? Because I have everything all set up, including the numbers.
Okay.
I
Go ahead,
don't even
Dave.
know what
So-
you're asking.
Okay,
We found out last April that she had a leak somewhere in her house.
you
And,
need to talk directly to her, she has a problem hearing.
so we found,
You just need to look at me.
so we found out that she had a leak somewhere in the house in April when we got the readings from the winter. And we sent a letter, and I don't know if you got it or not, but,
And I have no idea, Brandon.
and then the next bill, we started calling her. And then I sent a crew over to her house to knock on the door to tell you that there was a leak. So it ended up being quite the bill. In 5 figures.
Yeah, I saw the bill.
And what was that?
I did
You
see
saw
the
the bill?
bill. Yeah.
And then we finally got the leak fixed sometime in July. You know,
You got the leak fixed, Linda?
Yes, I did when I found out about it, but
Okay.
right,
unfortunately, when you guys were showing up at my house, I was in the hospital.
right,
And then I came home and then nobody told me that,
right.
and my kids did not. Well, one came up from Missouri and the other one came up from South
Right.
Carolina.
And I finally talked to her on the phone in June and told her what was going on, and we got it taken care of. But by that time, she ended up having a high bill. I worked out the numbers and for what's left, and it ends up that right now she has a balance of $9,074.31. If we reduce the tear, that will bring it down by $4,460.16. And if you want to waive interest, the interest is $1,159.05, which we can't reduce the whole water bill, so that will leave a balance of $3,000
How much?
$3,455.10. From, 12, from 9,000 that's left.
So it would be roughly, you said 3,000 something, right?
It'd be about a third of what shows now.
Is Dave, is that waiving the interest?
Yes, so it's $4,460.16, and the interest is $1,159.05. And that reduces it to $3,455.10.
Does that count the 4,000, almost 5,000 that I paid on my tax bill?
No, because we only could do 1 quarter. And that's it. That's also another fiscal year.
Okay, I just, like, because then I gave you the last of my money in my savings account,
Right.
which was another, I think it was 2,000.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's already been sent to lien, and there's nothing we can do with that.
Again?
No, that part of it, there's nothing we can do. That now is in the town. And
No,
unfortunately,
Linda, once it's leaned, there's nothing anybody can do. But the state law is once it's put to lien, you can't pull it back.
Yep. And it wasn't that I was ignoring it, because I
Right.
really didn't get some of the letters. I really didn't get you at my door. I didn't,
yeah, it's unfortunate, but we can take. It's going to be a little, almost $6,000 that's going to come off.
okay, and you said 3,000 something?
$455.10.
I
Dave,
can put that on my credit card.
Dave,
Just to get it.
if my quick math is right,
Yes,
if we did a 2-year monthly payment plan, if say it's 35,
What did
just
she
round
want
it
to
up to 30, what?
you they want to see if you want to do a payment plan.
You wanna do a payment plan or put it in
If
your?
I do that, then it's just more interest on top of it.
No,
interest
no,
on
there's
top
no
of
interest. There's no
They can
interest on a
waive all the
payment plan.
interest. They can just keep waiving the interest.
And how much would it be a month?
So it's what, 34, what, Dave?
55.
So
Right.
divide that by
34.55 and 10
24.
cents.
It's basically $144 a month. If we went out 2 years.
And I would only have to pay for 2 years?
Yeah.
But
Yes,
my
ma'am.
regular, bill would,
You'd-
I understand.
You'd have to pay your regular bill and
Is
that
a
would be
month?
quarterly.
Is that a month, $144 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. But she also owes 2 other quarters that were normal. Besides that, this is just the leak.
Yeah, because I never used that my
Right.
bill never went over like.
Right. So the last 2 bills were normal, like $120.
And for years, I've been here for 28 years now, and I've never had a bill like this. I've never had
Well, you had a leak is what happened.
and if I had known about it, we
Right.
would have taken.
This is a back apartment and it was leaking, it was vacant.
And I know
Does she have-
it's not my fault, it's not the town's fault, it's just.
Well, something happened and it has been dealt.
What's the question?
So Dave, does she have the Ion Water app now?
She does now. It
Okay.
because of the mess it took about 6 months to get it. To check. The
So-
new meter. So if you have a leak, we will know within a day and we'll call you or
We won't know, but the program, the Ion Water app,
Somebody will notify me that I have it.
Yes,
this won't happen
yes.
again.
So it won't
With-
happen
with-
again. And I'll take this time, for anyone listening, Ion Water app, it's a free app. You don't have to pay for it, but it is the best way for you to monitor your own usage and to prevent anything from happening.
But
The
when you
problem is for us, because water is also a public resource, we're supposed to recoup within reason what is due. If it goes through the meter, we're supposed to collect it. In cases like this, we're allowed to abate it as much as we can, but we can't go below a certain point. So you obviously, it was not your fault, so the interest being waived is okay. and dropping it down to tier one, that's about the limit of what we can do legally. So, but we can also offer, like I said, offer you a payment plan. And I'd be willing to go, we don't like to go outside of a full year because you try and like to get the money within the same fiscal year. But, but given your circumstances and stuff, I'd be willing to do the 2-year payment plan. If that's acceptable to you.
Okay, just make sure you're wording it with no.
Yes, I know. I'll make the
interest.
motion. Dave, I'll make the motion. Is that acceptable to you, Linda?
Can I make, I mean, will my bank be able to make automatic payments? Because I'm gonna be in and out of the hospital for a while, because I have more surgery coming up, and if
But
I.
you just
if I
set up
go
with the
back-
bank.
Set it up with the bank.
You set up with your bank.
You can set it up with your bank, yes.
Okay, how do I
Yes.
do
You
that?
have to go to the bank,
Just go to my bank?
go to your bank,
And they'll do it for you.
and you tell them what you're going to be paying, and tell them that you want to take it out on this particular time, and they'll do it for you.
Well, I should be getting some money back from the tax return. And if I
Let
put
me,
on my credit card,
Linda, do you have, now it's an apartment, correct?
You have an apartment or a house?
No, she owns the house and she has an apartment.
Okay. So do you have, homeowners insurance? Cause they cover leaks and lost waters that they might be able to help you with the bill.
no, they wouldn't. They
Seriously?
wouldn't. So now I canceled my insurance and I'm going to go to another company. Because
Okay.
I'm paying and they went up 3 times. And my bank is the one that notified me that in 1 year, they went from 600 to over $1,000 a month. So I said, no more, I can't, that's more than double dipping, that's triple dipping. So I said, and now I'm in trouble finding an insurance company that'll take a house that was built in 1790.
Yeah, right.
All
I'm
right.
caught between a rock and a hard place. I'd rather pay the bills off because I don't know how much longer I have on this earth, okay? And I'm
Well-
not going through eternity owing money. I can't do it. I would, so.
I would hate to see you pay the interest rate on a credit card. Look, what the other thing too,
Oh,
if
no,
you get to
because
a
what I'm
point-
gonna do is
if-
put it on the credit card tonight. When my check comes to the bank for what they, from the IRS, then I will pay it to the credit card.
okay. I was just trying to help because you could always accept a payment plan and then if you could pay it off all at once later, that's fine. You don't have to
I
stay
can
to it.
do that.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
then I would take the payment plan. If
So-
I can do that at 0 interest, because
Zero
I've paid
interest.
enough.
Zero interest.
And I'm not crying. This happens to me when I get emotional.
Yeah.
My just, my just, they just flood. And I,
We'll take care of the interest.
All
There
right,
won't be
Dave,
interest for a while.
Dave, before
Can
she leaves or something, write down the information she's gonna need for her bank. It
Yes.
sounds like it'll only be a couple of months maybe, but so that she
She'll
doesn't
sit
run
down,
into.
she'll sit down with Brenda.
You have to give some information to Brenda,
But
so she can straighten it out.
okay, because, Kathy,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna give this to Brenda. She's gonna take care of it.
All right.
She's very good. She helps me a lot in, I used to be sharp as a tack, but I'll tell you, since all this and having surgery at my age, I come out, I can't remember my own name some days. I'm like, so that's why I have to get
They'll work
something
with you.
in writing that the bills are gonna be paid. And if I do die someday, which we're all gonna do, and I have no qualms about it, I don't wanna leave a mess behind.
Do you have a family around her?
No, they're not close. I mean, the nearest one is South Carolina. No, she's in Florida now.
Oh, okay.
She just moved to, almost into Tennessee.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So I have one in Missouri and, oh, it's in Hawaii.
Linda, I'm so sorry this happened to you. I really do. But
So am I, because not only did I have to put in the water heater in, and it was in the apartment part,
I've seen everything from,
see, I'm living in the apartment right now, not in the house, because I couldn't handle the house
yeah,
health-wise right now, so everything got so messed up. A lot of my bills I didn't get, a lot of, I mean, I have hospital bills coming out the ears.
She's all ready for you when you're all set.
you might want to check with, the senior center and see if, there's someone that can give you a hand or something like that, or at
I'm
least
trying to get an
combine.
advocate, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do have, she's been very much help. She was gonna get me a dumpster so that I could get rid of some of the stuff that accumulated, you know, because nobody knew what to do with my trash. No, it's all in my garage. I mean, bags of it, but not in the purple
Okay,
bags.
now, have you spoken to anybody over at the senior center?
No, I have not. I haven't been up to, this is the second day I've been driving, really.
Oh, you're driving, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
But I hope to
Abel
do
set
that,
you up.
put insurance on my car and stuff because that lapsed.
So Dave gave the information. Do you have any more questions for us, Linda?
No, I don't. I'm just very grateful that I can end up getting this taken care of, and I'm not gonna end up in a cardboard box.
We'll work with you.
I'm
With,
kidding,
you
because
know, it's
these are the
things like this
golden years,
happen.
because all the doctors get whatever you have. And I've never seen a British car at a gravesite yet, so I guess, you know, I guess everything's good. I got up this morning, everything's just right. And you people, you know, didn't put me into orbit. You were very kind about it, and I'm like,
you'll find people in water to be some of the more, for the most part, there's always someone that's a bad actor, I guess, but you'll find most of them compassionate. Like I said, we have a set of rules we have to follow. So,
yeah, I understand that.
and
I
so,
have a business.
so we'll leave it at that. You go talk to Brenda, and she'll tell you what you need to tell the bank, and then set it up with the bank.
And what did you say that approximately the months would be, or?
I think it was like 144 or 143. If you take the total and divide it by 24, Brenda, you'll be all set to take care of that.
Can you vote on this, please?
Yep, I will. I'm gonna make the motion now. Dave, hold your horses.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I make a
keep interrupting.
motion that we, hold on, I gotta get all the right information here. I would like to abate the bill of Linda
Knudsen.
say again?
Knudsen.
Knudsen of 356
Six.
Main Street, down to tier 1, and a payment plan to be set up for at least 2 years with no interest, and waiving prior interest. Do I have a second?
I'll second that. Yeah, the amount charged, $340.
Dave no, I didn't. All right, I'll make it again. What was the amount?
$3,455.10.
$3,054 and what?
$3,455
That's what's
gonna be left on her account.
in 10 cents.
In 10 cents. Okay. I make a motion that we
It's
drop
and
the
this
original
is
bill.
the reduced amount, and this is the reduced interest. And then what we're gonna be paying-
Brenda, let me finish the motion, please.
What's wrong?
I make a motion that we drop the bill of 356 Main Street to Tier 1 total, which would total $3,455.10, waiving the interest and holding the account interest-free for a payment plan of 2 years or less. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Motion is made and second. Roll call vote. Todd Melanson, aye.
Jerome Seekers, yes.
Motion passes. Linda, go and talk to Brenda. She'll take care of you and set you up and tell you what you need to tell your bank, and we'll go from there. All right. And I really hope you feel better, ma'am.
I do too. And bless your heart. Take this with you, okay? And give.
This is what I take too.
No, go and see Brenda, and she'll have you informed.
This is not, I'm still not crying.
No, I
But
know.
between my eyes and my nose,
That's okay.
I'm a mess.
No,
Thank you so much. I'm just, it's a big relief, but just like I said, I'm not going on my brain on my money.
Okay.
It's funny.
So Brenda's waiting for you.
Okay.
Okay. Then you will have to go to your bank tomorrow and set it
I
up.
can do that.
Okay.
And now will they tell me when the, because she, well, okay. she probably-
You have to see Brendan.
And
She'll
then,
take care of
then
everything.
You can set up a date to, it'd be good for you to do it,
okay.
okay? And then you tell your bank.
And if I, oh, that's another question, if I want to pay more, if I can,
You can pay more anytime you want.
but the payment would be
The least amount you can pay.
least amount, and then if I can add to it, because
Correct.
Sure,
then I can do that,
absolutely.
because I can finagle the bagel somewhere.
Okay,
All
okay,
right,
okay, thank you.
thank you so much. Oh, no, I'm good.
You're good?
I'm gonna do it this way. I don't want the chair to move.
Okay.
I usually use two, but
Oh,
I can't get through doorways if I do.
okay, thank you, don't get paid, will you?
Thank you so much, and it was nice meeting you.
Same for you too.
I want one of your dogs. I had to put my puppy down. That's another thing. All my friends are dead now. My animals. We'll get one little kitty left. And she's 19, so
Oh,
she's
my goodness,
not gonna last much longer. Yeah, good dog.
thank you.
Yeah, there's one.
Okay,
Just so you know, 2.3 isn't coming. That,
Okay.
as soon as she found out that all the fences that are going up in the future are gonna be black,
oh, that's good,
All right.
black with black posts, that, which is what you wanted
right.
after this.
Mhm.
And we're probably gonna have to change the silver one, because the guy that came in and complained about it took two of the posts out.
How did you
Say
take them
again?
out?
He took two of the posts out.
How did you take them out?
He plowed snow right into the fence and bent the two posts.
That's illegal. That is disposal of snow, improperly.
Right.
Um,
But he,
I'm not
he
sure
took,
who
he
we
hit it hard
report that-
enough,
what?
he hit it hard enough and he bent him over. So
So
when they,
the whole thing is, Dave, that's all wetlands in there and you're not supposed to
You
put.
can't do that, you're not supposed
I
to
know.
put snow on somebody
I'm-
else.
so we're just gonna take the fence off and put black on. Just to,
Dave,
I
Dave,
think that's the best way of handling everything, and we'll straighten it back out.
yep. And so I'll write a letter to the police chief. So if we get snow again next year and the same thing happens, the chief will already know, and I'll find out who we need to report. Because not only is it on someone else's property, but state law in terms of Wetland Protection Act is there is no disposal of snow into a wetland. You can't put it into a river, you can't put it into a swamp, and technically you can't even put it into the ocean. So that somewhat annoys me, but Dave, if you've got it taken care of, I'm all set.
Yeah.
All right, so that one is mute. Let's see. to get past all this. What else do we have? So 7. So I
4.1.
don't think we have any votes.
She wanted something in 4.1 about the fire hydrants.
Yeah, I saw that. So 4.1, Jerry, you have the floor.
Okay, basically what happened was, it was when we were having a lot of snow this past winter, there were a lot of comments on different medias that were questioning as to who was supposed to take care of the hydrants during snowstorms. Personally, at my home, we take care of our own hydrants. And we make sure it's shoveled out and everything like that. But the question became, who actually is supposed to take care of the hydrants?
I think we are. I think the staff is. Dave?
It's actually there's a bylaw that the homeowner is supposed to take care of the ones by their property, but we if somebody calls us, we go out and do it.
All right.
But
I've
this is
been
the only
in
year
different
that
places. When I was in Chelmsford, it was us responsible. So we had, what did we have? 1,800 hydrants and about 8 guys. In where I work now, it's the firefighter's responsibility. So what I would say to people is, by law or not, it's in your best interest to clear the hydrant. The quicker they can get to the hydrant and start fighting a potential fire, so much the better. If it's not encased in snow, there's less chance of it freezing. So I would, anyone who has a hydrant, it should be at a minimum 3x3, but they say 4x4 is best. It gives them enough room to go in and around the hydrant. I wouldn't use a snow blower. And Dave, what I would say is for us to concentrate on like the main roads, 119, because we've got the flashing truck and we can hit those.
Right.
The other thing is, and I'll send it to you, Dave, there's something called basically it's Adopt a Hydrant, and there's a free website. I think a fire department has to host it, so we would have to talk to the fire department. But people go on, sign up, and say they're going to take care of that hydrant, and they turn colors. I think it's red and green. Green is that it's been adopted. Red is it's hasn't been yet, and that way you'll see which ones need to get covered and not. But I'll send you the link to that.
But
Jerry,
I will say,
Jerry, thank you for bringing it up.
Oh, you're welcome. Now that it's
most people do take care of their hydrants.
No, I know.
In Townsend. And
So-
they're very good about it. And some of the older people will call us up and they say they can't do it, and we can rush right out and do it.
well, it came to a question, and I just thought, well, why don't we just deal with it? We don't have to
Yeah.
deal with it again.
Good enough. And I'm
Hey.
sorry, I didn't know the bylaw. I'm just used to, like you, Jerry, I'm used to digging my own out when I lived near one. So, all right. Now that is that. All right. Sorry, I'm jumping back between things. Laurie, is Laurie still with us?
She
No.
left.
That's where I lived, yeah.
Okay. So 6.1 superintendent report.
Okay. So, the final SRF accounting was done, and we were under budget by $497,000
For which one? In total
In
or
total.
just
in total.
so between the treatment plant and the road work?
Yeah, and I believe that one was, the road work was 220 and the building was 270.
All right.
They were both under budget.
Okay.
Construction season is about to begin. We have to wait for the new budget to hit, so we have money. We're gonna put up 275 feet of fence at Harbor Trace. It'll be black, just like the one that's already here at Harbor Trace. We're just gonna continue it. We're gonna cut off the retention ponds from the road. We're gonna put.
Dave, one quick question about fencing. The well house at Main Street in the well house at, Cross Street. Are those two fenced in
The well house
at
is
Main
not
Street?
it's not a well house, it's a well head that
No,
sticks
I
out.
know
of the ground.
that, but there is a is the well head exposed without a
But there's
building
a
around it?
fence along Main Street.
Yes, but out in the woods, is the wellhead exposed or is that secure with a fence?
It's not secured with a fence.
All right. If we don't have the money in the upcoming budget for it, I would be that and Cross
Put it on the
Street.
things to do.
What?
I'll put it on the things to do.
Thank you.
Cross Street is fenced in.
All right, thank you.
Alright. So we're gonna add 300 feet to Walnut Street, which will complete all of Walnut Street. Then
Okay.
then we're gonna move to Spruce Street next year, and then Ash Street the year after. And that'll complete the whole project.
Okay,
Three. So this year for Highland, we're doing Stearns Road. And that'll get 5 houses off of Highland Street.
all right.
It's right across the street from the cemetery building.
No, I know where it is.
Alright, and then we'll have 11 houses left from there to Smith Street. And we're gonna take care of a couple. That we're gonna do the 2 cemetery accounts, which will get us to 9, and we should be able to complete everything next year or the year after. And
Okay,
then we're gonna, in the year after, on 2028, we're gonna cut that main and put it out of service.
all right.
Because we'll be able to open up the pavement
Yes, sir.
next year.
Yep,
We're gonna be doing tank cleaning this year,
mhm,
because it's been 3 years, and I'm getting prices now. 209, 211 Fitchburg is under development. That's
yep,
the old Ford dealership,
yep.
so I just want, and they're
Wait a minute,
spending,
the old used car dealership,
that's correct.
what's going in there?
The MBTA lots up there.
Say again?
There's a zoning lot, a commercial zoning lot.
Yes,
Then there's the MBTA lot behind it. You know what I mean by MBTA? That's a special zoning that's 15 houses
oh,
per
yeah,
acre.
yeah.
So that's zoned right behind the industrial,
Okay,
45 acres.
45 acres. So that's in the works. Now, they
how
said.
many units are gonna go in, Dave, how many units are gonna go in there?
It all depends on the wetlands and the perk test.
All right, you need to stay on top of that because by law, our registered volume is only about somewhere from 0.7 to 0.8. We have the capacity to pump more, but that's the legal volume. Your annual average is around 0.4, 0.5, I believe.
Yeah.
And that only leaves you about 200,000 to 300,000 a year extra.
But we
So-
can apply for more because it goes
Yeah.
from 65.
I understand we can apply for more, but that is not, one, an easy process. Two, it takes, from my understanding, it takes 2 to 3 years to get that permit, that additional permit through. So I would keep an eye on the number of units. And if you need help doing the math on what their potential use would be, and then we would need to consider talking to Town Bond and doing a capacity analysis.
Right,
Before
we're
we
we're at
can do
least 3
anything.
years out before they start construction.
All right. These are things that are popping in my head that that I think we need to make sure, because we cannot overcommit. All
Right.
right.
And then I have a set of rules and regs updated. Last year, we tried to do it and that turned into a mess. So it's the ones that you asked me to update last year.
All right,
And
Dave, I didn't get a chance to look at them or anything like that. Can you
Right.
send them to me again
we'll send it to you.
and send it to Jerry too, so that she
Yeah.
has them?
It's not in this package because it's gonna be put on for next meeting. But
Okay.
I'm giving you a month to review, so you gotta get the old ones and the new ones,
All right,
all right? And then we have the interns that gotta paint Highland Tank. Again this year. It's been 5 years.
no,
And,
that I know, Dave. What are the ages of your interns?
60,
Probably 16, 17.
16, 17, and 18. The juniors
I
and
would-
seniors.
I would be okay. I'm a little,
The crew's gonna be with them.
all right, but I would prefer the crew do the roof and they do the walls.
Correct. That's
I mean,
gonna
I
happen.
know it's not a high tank.
I'm not gonna put kids on the roof.
Thank you. That's all I want to hear.
And that's it.
All right. All right. 7.1. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All right, so we're looking to schedule the next meeting. Jerry, when do you, are you back now from your
Yeah.
trip? How
Yeah.
was it, by the way?
Well, the first week was cold, but after that, it was great. It
Well, I am so glad to hear that.
was great. I had a great time.
Do we need to meet before the annual meeting?
I don't know. I'm really pretty straight. You'd have to really have us
So the only thing
break down to a day.
the only thing we have on the agenda is the budget and transferring the money for the lawsuit into a working line item.
All right, but those are already been submitted as warrant articles, right?
We have nothing else.
Then I don't see us needing, we've already approved everything we just talked about. So I don't think we need to meet before then. Hold on. I hate this. I hate my phone.
When they,
Let me see. So the meeting is the 5th,
Town meeting is the fifth.
correct.
and then,
Presenting that, the selectmen presenting the warrant?
no, we do.
You do.
We do.
I'll be there.
I'll be there too. Let me see. Normally the chair reads the warrant articles in, and then if there's any questions, Dave answers them. So what day of the week, what day of the month in May can you meet, Jerry?
In May, I'm okay. I was looking at April. April is just a nightmare.
Yeah.
But May
well,
is okay.
we don't need to meet again, so why don't we, you want to meet right after the week, the 11th, which would put us when we're
Okay,
supposed to meet? in
Sure,
May
that'd be
11th.
great. Right. 7 o'clock?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
We got a
We have our hand up.
hand up for
Oh,
the real deal.
all right.
Cindy.
Go ahead, please. Hmm. So okay, it wouldn't really change anything on the town meeting. Like we said, we have the budget on there and to move the PFAS lawsuit money into the special account for water. I would not think anyone's going to change the budget. Actually, you can't because the rates are already set. In the warrant camp. So, no, I think we'll hold to our monthly meeting of the 11th. I think that is to do. I would encourage everyone, Jerry Lynn was away in May and couldn't run a campaign. She had expressed interest in being again if she could do it. I don't know if that still stands true. She has been an exemplary board person, and I really think the town, if she would like to, or if she would like to make mention that she would like to be a write-in candidate, that's fine by me.
Is it? Oh, that,
Well, I'm working at the polls that day, so I really can't recommend anything.
oh, yeah.
Okay, understood, Jerry. Thank you. Well, I will recommend, Jerry Lynn can't, but I would if she was to do that. Hold on one second. And if I have to take the day off, I will, because I'll run a writing campaign for her. Anyways, that's just thoughts off the top of my head. But I'm gonna hold to the 11th. And we'll let it go with that. Dave,
We'll put on a reorganized board for that meeting.
all right, please do so. And I think, could I have a motion, Jerry Lynn?
Make a motion that we adjourned.
Got to take care of two things first.
Oh, all right.
We signing things out of session.
Okay,
Do you want me to make the motion, Jerry?
but we can, no, I'll make a motion to sign the, warrant it's a warrant, no, it's the, bills, right?
It's to review monthly abatement
Yes.
adjustments and review and approve
The
end of
bills.
month reports.
Okay. Second,
Motion's made and second. Todd Melanson, aye.
Jerome Ziegler,
Motion passes. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
now I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Whoa, I will hold that because I missed one line because it went on a different page. I make a motion to sign reports and bill payable warrants out of session.
I thought you opened.
I got the first two, but I missed the third one.
Oh, I missed the third one. Okay.
I give one.
Jerome Ziegler, yes.
Todd Melanson, yes. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second, roll call vote. Todd Melanson, aye.
Jerome Ziegler, yes.
Thank you very much. Everyone, thank you. Again, I do apologize for being late, and I will see you all at town meeting and then at the water commissioners meeting thereafter. Guys, take care. All right.
Thank
And the
you.
meeting's over. Bye.
Bye.
The recording has stopped.
I just cannot believe how stupid these people are. Or the chair, Todd Melanson. Yeah, I'm blown away by the stupidity of that man. At the end of the meeting, one of the last things that he did, they had a conversation about the election. I mean, I brought up that if people get written in, they might want to have a meeting before, after, sometime, like after April 27th, but before May 11th. And, oh, no, we're not going to do that. Okay. Because Jerry Lynn's Gazikis, who's the woman, and it's him and her on the board right now. And her term ends April 27th. So if nobody runs a write-in, and that includes Jerry, but if nobody's running a write-in, then Todd's going to be the only member of the board, so they can't have a quorum anyway. So no matter when they have a meeting, until the Board of Selectmen or the Select Board appoints somebody to fill the vacancy. The other thing is, if two people get elected on a write-in, then they might want to have a meeting, and they might not want Todd to be chair. They might want one of them, and they can vote that because it'll be 2-1, and they can. The new people would be deciding who the chair is, and et cetera. And so, so I was like, okay, whatever. But the thing that really shocks me is his real stupidity. He actually sat there and told people that he was supporting Jerry Lynn for a write-in candidate, that he should, that he supports Jerry as a write-in candidate for the Board of Water Commissioners. Some of you might be going, so what? Well, that's a violation of ethics. That's a conflict of interest law violation to sit on any board and campaign for somebody to be elected, or for any ballot initiative either. You can't, like, if they had said, oh, I'm in favor against an override, or I'm favor against something that's on the ballot, or even in a position that has nothing to do with your board, you can't campaign for somebody to be written in on the ballot. He did that tonight, just did that a few minutes ago. A very serious violation of the conflict of interest law. And I don't know what's going to happen, but there may very well be an ethics complaint, because this is a public meeting, and I recorded it. So anybody watching my video, or anybody watching when TCAM puts it up, he violated the the conflict of interest law very severely by just campaigning for somebody to get written in to be on the Board of Water Commissioners. I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes in a board, people will ask each other, hey, are you, who's up? Whose turn is up? And sometimes, but the board members on any commission might say, I'm not, I am, yeah, whatever, I'm doing it. Yeah, all set. They might say something, but nobody's campaigning for each other. They probably shouldn't talk about it at all. But Todd actually just campaigned, and he supported Jerry to be written in as a candidate for the Board of Water Commissioners. I was going to mute again. And I said, no, let him sink. Let him sink on this one. So, and he's just sunk himself. That's a serious conflict of interest law violation. This whole meeting is a shit show. I'm telling you. It was hard to understand. Everybody was talking over one another right from the beginning, even before they opened the meeting, when it was just the Conservation Commission or Conservation Restriction Committee. There never was a joint meeting, because the Conservation Restriction Committee adjourned their meeting before the Board of Water Commissioners opened their meeting. So there was never a joint meeting. I don't know. Todd was over half an hour late. I really don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm just, what else? There was something. Oh, earlier in the meeting, there was a woman there. Her last name was Knudsen. I forgot her first name, but she was. Can I get it quickly if I can remember? Let's see if it's really easy to access. Yeah, there it is. Oh, Linda Knudsen. She had a really high water bill due to a leak, and unfortunately, it was due to a leak that she didn't know about. She's a property owner, and she has a house apparently and an apartment in a separate building, possibly, and on her property. And the water leak was in the other building, and it was the water was leaking for quite some time. Her water bill went up to $5,000 when it's usually 120. And that's bad. That means, and then, yeah, somebody sent me a message, sorry. But, okay, so her bill was like $5,000. And I mean, I don't blame her for being upset. It's a lot of money when you usually have a water bill of 120. It was a leak that she didn't know about. And I mean, I feel bad, but and water department did everything they're supposed to. They can't like cut your bill other than to, to determine, they can't for a reasonable amount if you knew about it. I mean, if you did something, but she didn't, but they gave her an interest free that she can pay it off over 2 years. All this stuff is fine. Everything the water department did is fine. And she has the app now. If you don't have the app, the Eyes on Water app, you got to get it. If you don't know how to get it, call the water department. But if everybody's actually literally your water bill, your water meter is online. So you could check on your water meter to see how much water you've been using. I love it. I when I first got it, I was using it all the time. But you get automatically notified if your water usage goes up a significant amount. No, it doesn't even have to be that significant, but more than you usually use. In the summertime, it drives me nuts. I like it because I'll forget. Like I got hoses and the connections leak and stuff, and I have to really keep an eye on it. Remember to turn my hose off. I'll let it leak. Well, I try to fix them, and I just can't seem to get the leaks to stop. I gotta replace everything because. Anyway, that's my story. But but in the summer, if I have my water on and I've got hoses all over the place, I might not be using the water, but the hoses are hooked up and the water is turned on at the faucet. Because I have these leaks, some water is being pushed out. And it doesn't take much to use gallons and gallons of water. For just a small leak, even if your toilet's running all the time or you've got a small leak, your faucet you can't turn your faucet off all the way. It's just drip, drip. That will come up to hundreds of gallons before you know what even happened. But if your water consumption goes up over what the AI, I guess, determines is over what you usually use, you'll start getting notifications. The water department also gets the same notification. But I'll get notifications. And at one time, Brenda's even called me or sent me an email. I think, the app might automatically be an email from Brenda. I don't know. And I've said, oh, shoot, I'll go out and, I'll get a text sometimes in the morning before I'm out of bed. And I'll say, oh, no, the hose has been on all night. But it registers how much water you're using. So if you don't have that app, get it. Because even those stupid things like leaving a hose on, just the faucet on in your outside spigot, those things, or you'll see that, anyway, your water bill shouldn't really be much more than $100 particularly if you live alone. I think she lives alone, I live alone. So our bills, that's about the same bill I get. But if it goes up to 5,000, you have a leak, big one. If your water bill is like $500 a month, you have a leak. Let me tell you, you do. And you should have everything checked. The water department will help you. But that is not where I was going with this. Where I was going, unfortunately, Ms. Knudsen, was upset with her insurance company because they wouldn't cover the leak. And insurance companies won't. They won't cover that kind of a leak. What they cover, they'll cover if you're, well, they won't even cover flood damage unless you have flood insurance. Like I had many, many years ago. I've been living in my house a long time. I had actually after the fact, I learned what happened. I had a water heater that blew out. And so my basement was flooded, completely flooded. Not a full basement. I have a cutout. I have an old house and they cut out the basement when they invented furnaces. And and down in, but it was all the way up, almost up to the doorway back in the 80s. And my insurance wouldn't cover it because they didn't have flood insurance. That's number one. And it wasn't really damage. Well, a little bit, nothing. Everything survived. I'm surprised that my boiler didn't go out. But anyway, but insurance will not cover if you blow out your water heater, or if you use too much water because of a leak, or if there's damage because of a leak. They'll cover damage from a leak in your house as long as you're living there. If you're away, and she was away, if you're away or you're not, the house that is got the leak is not occupied, it's not covered. And you can have your entire house destroyed by a water leak, and your insurance company most likely will not cover it. And I had that happen because I forgot I had another leak. I had a radiator, my boiler, it was a problem with my boiler, and I had too much water pressure, and it pushed, I had radiators, and they were turned into sprinklers while I was at work all day. And my insurance did cover that. I shouldn't have called it. I should not have filed a claim, because now when you have a claim, they just screw you up later. But I'm sure I'm fine now. It's been many years. But but they did cover the minimal amount of damage minus my deductible. It was kind of stupid. I should never call them, but somebody told me to, so I did. But anyway, but my neighbor, who had a house, and actually she wasn't living there. It had been her dad's house, and long story short, but she was not there, and winter came, the house was vacant, and winter came, and they turned the heat way down, and the pipes froze. Well, they might have turned the heat off, but the pipes froze, and she didn't drain the pipes. They didn't winterize the house. She just turned the water off. I don't even know if she turned it off with the water company or not, or water department, but there was still water in the pipes, so the pipes burst. I don't think she had the water turned off by the water department. I don't know what she did, but the pipes froze, and she wasn't there. And a neighbor saw the water pouring out of the windows. I'm not kidding. And the whole house was destroyed. Every bit of drywall had to be pulled. The house had to be gutted. The insurance refused to pay for it. We're talking $100,000 worth of damage. The insurance wouldn't pay for it. She ended up selling it at a big loss. But so insurance doesn't cover a lot of things that if you're not present, and that's the reason, because there was nobody living in the house. Because if you're in a house and you have water damage, it's minimized because you're home. You could be out, away for the day or for the weekend, but if you're not there, you're not living there, and the water leak goes on for days and weeks, and you can't lie, because they'll find out just by your water bill and your water usage. So, but your insurance is not going to pay for that. And she was upset with them, and she changed her insurance company, which that's her right. to change her insurance company, but it wasn't that the insurance company was a bad insurance company. It's like, they just don't cover that. And if we plow through the many pages on our insurance policies, there's a lot of things they don't cover. Yeah. It's best to just take care of your stuff and be very careful. And water leaks, unfortunately, is one of those things that can happen to any of us. But that's the other thing I wanted to mention. What else? Once the meeting got started, it wasn't a very long one. But anyway, I think, I wanted to go back to what David said before the meeting. I was recording it, and he was told that I was recording it. And I have in Zoom now, I put real deal is live. That way, there's no question that I'm live. And plus, I'm making sure everybody understands that, because the town isn't live, only I am. But that's one reason I started doing that. But in fact, Veronica and I forgot the other woman's name, told Dave once he started talking, they pointed that Cindy's recording. I don't care. Okay. So he acknowledged that I was recording and that he didn't care. But what planet is he on that he stated that the ethics commission gave him a letter and it said he didn't do anything wrong, but they fined him anyway. And it's like, that is not what I went through the letter that I read is the same letter he got at my at the video I did not long ago, last week or something. I read the decision and it very clearly said he did screw up. He was found in violation. There was no question about it. The only thing they said that was good for him is they reduced his fine. They could have charged him 20 grand. They charged him 5,000 per incident because there were two separate times. So he had two separate charges of informing Gary Shepard information about the bid illegally. So, and that was the letter was pretty lengthy. It was short as far as what things could go, but it was very clear and articulate about everything he did wrong. Everything he did wrong was listed in this letter, and clear that he did everything wrong. It's somebody else did it. They didn't write this whole letter to go on and on and on about things somebody else did. They went on and on and on about everything that David did wrong. At no point did they say he didn't do anything wrong. Nowhere in that letter does it say he didn't do anything wrong. Oh, we're just going to fine you anyway. It doesn't say that at all. What it did say was that he didn't benefit personally, but somebody else did. Gary Shepard did. He did all this stuff to provide an opportunity for Gary Shepard to make over $5 million. Or just under 5 million, I should say. But that's the crime he committed. That's the violation he committed. David Vajont clearly violated the ethics laws, and they stated that such. But they gave him a break on the fine because he didn't make money on the deal. I mean, they would have asked for restitution if he had made any money. If there was any benefit to him, the Ethics Commission would have added restitution. And they didn't, but they only fined him $5,000 per charge. So he owes $10,000 for everything he did wrong, which was very clearly stated in the letter. So his nonsense about, I got a letter that says I didn't do anything wrong, he's a liar. And it's a public record, and I did the video on it, and anybody wants a copy, it's actually on the Ethics Commission's website, if you want to see the letter. And it will be there for a very long time. So if you believe anything that he says, I don't know. I was going to cut out that and do it as short, but somebody might think that that's true. They'll misunderstand my purpose in doing the short. I was going to do the short just to show how stupid this is, but then somebody might think that he's telling the truth and that he really was found innocent of the charges, which is not what happened at all. All right. So my anxiety when these meetings address my anxiety. Let me tell you, and the water commissioners does it often. Some meetings just make me cuckoo. But this one was rough. Listening to Dave, Todd didn't show up for over half an hour late, and then he campaigned for a candidate for. I am shocked, totally shocked. Well, I shouldn't be. I'm shocked, but not surprised, because it's the same people doing stupid shit, illegal stuff over and over and over again, and not caring. And thinking, I have every right to do this. No, you don't. I'm hoping it hasn't come back yet. The Attorney General has not yet made a determination on the open meeting law complaint that I filed against the Board of Water Commissioners, like in November, December. Any day, maybe, Their average determination is made in about 4 months, and we're at about 4 months. So I'm hoping sooner than later they will come up with the determination on that complaint. Todd's been, since day one, Todd's been saying that they already did, and they said he didn't do anything wrong. Another one. But that's a lie. That's an absolute lie, because the Attorney General had not, when he was saying that, the Attorney General hadn't received the complaint yet. So, and then a month later, they asked for a copy of him, and he, it's a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, I'm just going to stop my rant. Oh, it's been a long day. Another nice weather day. It wasn't really sunny, but the temperature's up. Tomorrow's going to be hot. I can't wait. I got to get out. I was going to go out to my bees today, and I didn't get a chance. Tomorrow's bee day. I got to see what else. I got other things I got to do too. And I got to see what's going on. I don't know. So I will have more videos coming up shortly. I think this is kind of a busy week. I forgot now. There's a lot of meetings this week, I think. I forgot. But I will just stay tuned. And in case you want to make sure that you do get notified of when I'm going to have another video up, if you subscribe and you hit the notification bell, there's a bell. It looks like a bell. And this little ditty that's playing here, it shows you hit the bell. And you'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. And while I have your attention, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this on the replay, do like this video. It really helps the algorithm, and I really do appreciate it. So anyway, that's all I have. So thanks everybody for watching and suffering through the Water Commissioners meeting with me. And I will be here for the next one. So take care, everybody. Good night now.